Jones running the point right now. He gets it to Darrell Belcher. Elevates the lefty, makes it. Malcolm Little, tray ball is good.
Quick trigger there, but nice shot.
And they needed that.
Oh, yeah.
Down 10. Stolen, E.J. Neal almost stolen back by Ball. That leaves a 2-0 Mojuice. And Coach Harold Rayford calls timeout. No, excuse me. Coach Zach Jones called that timeout. It's a full timeout. Balboa Bengals, 2:25 left to go in the first half. So we'll take our first break, and probably only of the half. We hope you're enjoying day one of the Jackson Purchase Jam live from the Eagles Nest, Graves County High School, Graves County, Kentucky. I'm Leroy Watson for Cullen Kreider. We'll be back in a moment. Tennessee Prep sees their lead cut to 5, and that timeout was called by Tennessee Prep coach Harold Rayford. Into their front court. Denver Jones back to Damian Baugh. Baugh being guarded by Mojuice. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Baugh scoops one up, almost went in, no good though. And rebound, Joseph Obibor. To Malcolm Little, to Mojuice. He pulls up, and good.
And probably he even got fouled there. The defender was in his landing spot.
Yep.
Didn't get called, but even more spectacular of a shot.
Mojuice likes the lane. Whoa, it looked like he got fouled. They didn't call it. He's lobbying the ref, and the referee is having none of it. Malcolm Little to Deshaun Cooper, no good. Late call, they're going to give him 2 free throws. That foul committed by Chris Ward. That is his first, team 8th.
And what I was saying earlier, Mojuice, he likes this challenge. You can see it in his eyes. He's looking right at ball, and he likes the challenge of guarding a high-level prospect like Damian Baugh.
Sean Cooper makes the first.
And that's a coach's dream right there.
Yes,
to have a kid that accepts that challenge and brings it on.
Wants to compete. Not afraid of the challenge. Cooper misses the second.
Oh, wow.
An offensive rebound pulled down by Alton Dubois.
I don't know if Coach Rayford saw that, but he will not be happy with that effort.
No, yeah, Much Beal just waved at it. Darrell Belcher for 3. It's good. Assist Denver Jones. Belcher has 9 first half points.
And it looks to me like Belcher likes that side of the floor. It really, I'm a left-handed shooter myself, and so it kind of lines him up perfectly.
Much Beal with the block. Belcher picks up the loose ball.
Now that is an effort that Coach Rayford will like there.
Yes, he will. Denver Jones into the lane, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Malcolm Little. First foul on Malcolm Little, 10th on the Bengals, and shooting 2, Denver Jones. First free throw is good. Jones makes both. And the lead is 7, 34-27. 36 seconds left in the first half.
Now you watch here. If anything's close here, Balboa will get a foul. I know how it works as far as when a coach says something to a referee.
Mojus gets his own rebound. Up and in.
It didn't get to that point. There wasn't any contact anywhere, but ball.
Oh, he flings it to Daryl Belcher. No good. Belcher, offensive rebound to Damian Baugh. 3-ball, and it's good.
It's a great fight. Somehow the backside was cleared out. There was no one there.
No one
Belcher
there.
just chases his own shot, and that's got to be a travel.
So we will go into the half, and our score, Tennessee Prep 37, Balboa School 29. Very entertaining first half of action. Looking forward to more in the second half. And we'll come back with about 3 minutes left, and we'll analyze a little bit better. But first half, pretty much all we could expect. The 3 guards from Tennessee Prep combined for all but 5 of that team's points. That's what they do. And then you got it spread out for the Bengals. So we hope you're enjoying the Jackson Purchase Jam live from the Eagles Nest, Graves County High School in Graves County, Kentucky. For Cullen Kreider, I'm Leroy Watson, and we'll be back with about 3 minutes to go in halftime. About 3 minutes before the second half begins. And our halftime score is Tennessee Prep 37, Balboa School 29. And here's your statistical update for the first half. Leading the way for Tennessee Prep, Denver Jones, 13 first half points, followed by Damian Baugh with 10, Daryl Belcher with 9. Only other scorer for the Diplomat Lions was Moses Gadak with 5. So their high-powered trio of guards, Daryl Belcher, Denver Jones, Damian Baugh, combining for 32 of the team's 37 first-half points. Meanwhile, for Balboa School, the Bengals were led by Malcolm Little with 9. Mojus, who spent most of the first half guarding Damian Baugh, scored 8. Followed by Solomon Little with 4. E.J. Neal with 3. 2 each for Andrew Malott and Simon Wall, and Deshaun Cooper with 1. Rebounds, very, very even. Balboa School 19 rebounds in the first half, Tennessee Prep 18. 7 offensive rebounds for the Bengals and 12 defensive rebounds. 4 offensive rebounds for Tennessee Prep. So heading into the second half, if you're Tennessee Prep, you pretty much want to do more of the same. You've got perhaps the best guard trio in the country with Belcher, Jones, and Baugh. You let them keep doing what they do on the perimeter. Damian Baugh, one of the most creative passers in the country. He had 4 assists in the first half. And if you're Balboa School, I would like to see Malcolm Little get a few more touches. Now, he put up a few shots in the first half. Malcolm Little at halftime had 9 shot attempts. I'm not so sure I wouldn't want him to have 3 or 4 more shot attempts than that. He is their best scorer. Their second best scorer occasionally is E.J. Neal, but Neal only had 2 shot attempts in the first half. So if it were me, I would try to get a few more shots for Malcolm Little in the second half. But then again, he only made 2 out of 9 in the first half. So he's got to get a few more shots, and he's got to make some more shots. But stylistically, it was a great game. Both these teams run some really good offense, and I know Cullen Kreider mentioned a couple of times how impressed he was with the offensive system of the Bengals, full of back cuts and lots of moving parts, and it makes it really, really tough to defend.
And that's, you know, that's what offense is all about, is moving without the basketball. It's not one-on-one. You know, there's 5 players out there for a reason. Everybody has a role, whether it be setting screens, whether it be moving off the ball, and that's what they do very well. They move without the basketball. They back cut. Again, a back cut doesn't always mean that you got to catch it for a layup. That's just forcing the defense to rotate, and that creates, you know, open shots. And it's just it's really good to see that out of these guys. And like I said, you put these type of athletes on the floor with that type of movement, it's very deadly, very, very difficult to defend.
Balboa begins the second half with the basketball. Tennessee Prep in their traditional man-to-man defense. They play majority of their defense man-to-man. And Mojus tried to chase down the long defensive rebound, steps out of bounds.
Oh, wow. I thought excuse me, I thought for sure we were getting a push foul call there. But
and so did Coach Zach Jones.
Yeah, I believe so. I was thinking the same thing.
Tennessee Prep, their first offensive possession of the second half. Damian Baugh drives the left side, kicks it to Denver Jones. Trey ball, no good. Daryl Belcher with the weak side offensive rebound and easy stick back.
Belcher's one of those guys. He reads the ball very well. And
very.
When you get a guy like that, and that's a great shot by Glover.
Roy Glover, that's his first basket of the afternoon.
A lot of times guys that rebound that way, especially at the guard position, they're very good at reading the ball out of the shooter's hand, not just, you know, once it gets into the air. They've already started their process, their mind process, while it's leaving the hand.
And I think E.J. Neal just got a taste of his own medicine. Yes, he did. Offensive foul, E.J. Neal. How ironic is that after he drew 3 charges in the first half? That's his third foul and the first foul of the second half against Balboa. Damian Baugh being guarded by Mojuice.
You can tell they both like this. They both like the one-on-one.
Free throw line jumper by Baugh, no good. Rebound, E.J. Neal up front. Cooper, it's good.
Great job by Deshaun Cooper. I always point this out when I see it from big guys is keeping the ball up high. And you know something that I don't mention a lot of times is it's not all about just keeping the ball up high so that it doesn't get stolen low. It's about when you keep your hands up high like that, it keeps your shoulder in line to create that separation from the defender.
Denver Jones with another tray, his third of the day. He's got 16.
Yeah, he's a shooter, no doubt about it. You can't let him get his feet set. Can't let him shoot in rhythm because he's going to knock it down.
Malcolm Little into the lane, over Moses Gadak. It's good.
And now we've got a pace going here that we didn't see a lot of in the first half. Well, we may have seen the pace, but there's been a lot of made buckets this half with the pace. And so we've got a good scoring half going here for both teams.
But I've got to say, I've seen Balboa a lot. Don't know if this pace is to their liking. They did keep this pace up during the second Bella Vista contest, however.
And I'm sorry, Leroy, I just had to confirm, and that is Leroy Glover's son.
Okay, there we go.
It pays to be a sports fan sometimes. You know, all this useless knowledge, or I call it useless knowledge, that I've had in my head for all these years. I'm telling you, man, like, you know, most people wouldn't know who Leroy Glover was.
That is true.
Mean, I wouldn't say most people, but, you know, it's just one of those things. It's finally that useless knowledge is coming to formality here.
Daryl Belcher, baseline, cut off by Alton Dubois. Baseline jumper by Belcher, no good. Mojuice with the rebound. He gets trapped, and he traveled. Pivot foot did move. Damian Baugh, once again, a little bit of everywhere. Belcher jumped into double team, and they got the travel. Now, however, Baugh dribbles into a double team of his own, gets stripped, and we've got a foul called on Justin Johnson. That is his second, team second.
Ball's one of those guys. You know, I'm looking at his size here. He's probably 6'3". I think that's what
he's 6'4", legit
6'3",
6'4". Yep.
But he's one of those guys. You know, his wingspan is probably in that 6'8", 6'9" range. You know,
right.
Like much taller than what he is. And when you see guys with that kind of length, it's like I said earlier, it translates so well to the next level. It's such an advantage, man.
42-36, 42-37. Tennessee Prep up by 5 over Balboa.
Same deficit as at half, I believe.
Well, no, at the half it was actually 8.
Oh, okay.
So Balboa has trimmed 3 points off their deficit.
I don't know why I was thinking
Belcher. And Belcher is called for his third offensive foul of the afternoon.
Guess who?
E.J. Neal.
So that's clearly becoming a trend. You know, he's very you talk about a coach's dream. A kid that will step in there and take those charges, man.
Absolutely. Rebound to Justin Johnson. Denver Jones, a little short. E.J. Neal with the rebound.
Got numbers.
Hell ball forced by Denver Jones. What an individual defensive play. And that's a play where it's easy calling to pick up the foul.
Oh, yeah.
But
well,
Jones
you know, and I
did not.
said he had numbers. It was really equal numbers, but they had the momentum, it felt like, as far as, you know, he had the defender on his heels, so that makes it an even more impressive defensive play there because he was definitely at a disadvantage.
Denver Jones guarded by Alton Dubois into the lane. Jones, stop, pop. We've got a foul on the floor.
Jones, another one of those guys that really knows how to create that contact when he's going to the basket.
That may be his best skill, even though he's a heck of a shooter.
Yeah, and you know, it's all about knowing how to take a step or two that that closes the space on the defender, and the defender doesn't really see it coming.
And Justin Johnson never established position inbounds before he took the return pass from Much Beal. Johnson off ball, back on. Damian Ball took a very short breather.
Yeah, he probably doesn't get many of those.
No, he does not.
Breathers.
That was about a minute and a half, I think. And he is back. Well, a minute and a half on the clock. Deep tray ball, no good. E.J. Neal. Ball finds Moses Gadak for the strong jam.
And there's our first poster of the day.
Little, and that's 4 on Ball.
Gadak really knows what to do with it there. That was a very strong move.
And Gadak prefers when there's a little traffic around him on the baseline. He loves it. He loves the body-to-body contact. Malcolm Little for 3. It looked good, but it was a little off. Jones with the rebound. Denver Jones coast to coast. No good. Gadak with the tip. So Moses Gadak has come to life here early in the second half. He's got 9, and the lead is back up to 9. 46-37. Wide open, Alton Dubois, no good. Now, what you about to say, Cole?
Credit Gadak with running the floor. You know, you always tell your bigs, sprint the floor, run the floor.
And there we go.
Nice.
Oh, he got away with a travel there.
You know, it did look a little awkward. I didn't necessarily see his feet, but I feel like he did keep his pivot foot. He just, you're right, it did look like a travel, but I think he did keep the pivot foot. So
Dubois with his second foul, team third. Moses Gadak.
I tell you what, man, when you know, as a referee, when you've got guys flying through the air, you know, like with that head fake there, now somebody's going to come flying in, they're going to slap the backboard. A lot of times that can take your attention away from the feet.
Yeah,
you know, and so because if nothing else, you're watching the guy to see if, you know, hopefully he doesn't catch somebody's body and come down the wrong way on his landing.
So Gadak has scored the last 5 points for Tennessee Prep, and they lead it now by 10, 47-37, 11:20 to go in the contest. El Hadj Diallo now into the contest for
illegal screen, yep.
The Bengals. Illegal screen on Malcolm Little. That is his second, team fourth.
And that's another one of those where
drives the coach crazy.
Yeah, Malcolm Little, he was, I think, more surprised that he got caught doing what he did than
Damian Ball. How does he score from these odd angles?
Yep.
I don't know even how he got that shot off.
Well,
Makes it look easy.
It's just called talent. That's all.
Either you can do it or you can't.
He's got the talent.
Malcolm Little into the lane. Wow. He counters with a beautiful move of his own.
Yeah,
and
he
is
counters
fouled
with
by
his
Much
talent as well. Little, very talented player as well.
That is the second on Much Beal, the fourth on Tennessee Prep in this half. Excuse me, that is, yes, fourth on them this half. And Malcolm Little to the line shooting a pair. He misses the first. Roy Glover replacing Andrew Malott, so Balboa going a little bigger than they normally do now. They've got Glover and El Hadj Diallo in the game at the same time. And, wow, he misses both, and El Hadj Diallo, that's a foul.
On the back.
Yep. Beal clearly had that rebound, and he just went in and popped it out. Diallo is called for his third, and team's fifth. Much Beal does a great job saving that possession. Denver Jones, tray ball is good. Denver Jones with 4 threes on the afternoon.
And again, with Jones, you've got to close out quicker. You've got to be there. You've got to close that space a lot quicker. You can't allow him to shoot in rhythm.
Because he's got a lightning quick release. He doesn't need much of a crease.
I just mean that from a scouting report standpoint.
Sure, absolutely. E.J. Neal drives baseline. There he is with that quick release again. It's a little short. Offensive rebound, Moses Gadak, and it's good. Oh, they called offensive foul. Wow. Oh, I don't. Looking at your face, you think the same thing I'm thinking.
Well, it was an odd play, actually. If you think about it, you you rarely see someone get an offensive foul when they come to the other side of the rim.
Correct.
You know, it was an odd deal there. Because if you think about it in college or the pros, he would have been in the circle there.
Yes, correct.
So
correct.
Do you just allow somebody to run somebody over?
Wow. Now, Little, no good. And Gadak wrestles the loose ball away up to Daryl Belcher.
And, you know, that's one where the referees are probably saying, look, you got one on the other end. You're going to have to really fight through this one. There's that angle.
Daryl Belcher.
That angle for Belcher, I'm telling you, it lines that left hand up, I'm telling you.
Mojus, tray ball no good, and it's getting away from Balboa just a little, 54-39.
If this goes
Denver
down,
Jones, you got to call a timeout. And yes, he does. Yes, he does.
You just felt it coming there.
It had to be.
It was just one of those, it was just
largest lead of the contest, 57-39, 18-point bulge for Tennessee Prep. And Coach Zach Jones calls timeout for Balboa School, 9:26 left in the game. So we'll take our first break of the second half. We hope you are enjoying day one of the Jackson Purchase Jam, live from the Eagles Nest, Graves County High School in Graves County, Kentucky. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, Cullen Kreider on color. We will be back in a moment. .26 left to go. Balboa with the basketball. Damian Ball almost with the steal. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Andrew Malott into the game for Balboa, being guarded by Ball. Daniel Amayao into the game for the first time. Much Beal with the block. Ball with the rebound. And Ball gets caught.
That's what, 4 or 5 on him.
That's 5 on Damian Ball.
And that's E.J. Neal again. That's his
E.J.
fifth charge.
Neal.
Fifth charge taken, I should say.
Fifth charge taken, correct. So the next one, and Ball is gone, and that's going to be a real problem for Tennessee Prep.
Anytime I come up with stats, like I should say unofficial, that was his unofficial fifth charge.
But I'm right there with you. That's the same count I've got as well.
I know it's at least 4, I know.
E.J. Neal into the lane, kicks it out to Andrew Malott.
Nice move.
And Ball had to let him go.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, the last play he did the same thing. He got to the rim very well and just was blocked at the previous play.
Yeah, Much Beal got that block.
Beal got the block before, so he's made 2 good moves to the basket. Now he's got whoever Ball is guarding, you'll probably see them start to try to take him to the basket.
Step back 3, no good. Mojus with the rebound. The Bengals up ahead. Simon Wall to Andrew Malott.
As talented as Ball is, you got to give Balboa credit. He hasn't gotten into a great rhythm in this game, if you know what I mean.
But he does have 7 assists.
Oh, I'm not taking away anything away from him, but they've done a good job of not allowing him to at least go off in the scoring column.
Dale Belcher called for his 4th foul on that shot. That's the 6th on Tennessee Prep. And Mojus, that's his first basket of the second half. He's got 10 points on the afternoon and looking to add the free throw. He missed it. Gadak with the rebound. And
I'll tell you right now, Mojus, he's a player that any college coach out there will take on their team as far as just a kid that's going to fight. He's going to give you the effort. He's just a great teammate. And he's talented as well. You know, I mean, he may not be the highest rated kid on the floor, but you can just see it in his eyes. He loves the challenge of guarding Damian Ball. He likes to try to take it to the rim. You know, he's just got that fire that you want out of your guys.
And yes, I've got 16 fouls unofficially, and okay, yes, so that's but of course, what public announcer, what I think doesn't matter, they've got to go to the official book. Balboa says 6.
They put 2 fouls up there just now.
So everybody's comparing notes here. All I know is I've got 6 team fouls for the second half as well for Balboa. But then again, I've got 6 on Tennessee Prep too. So I have been known to miss one occasionally.
I'm way too ADD for any of that. I admit that, no doubt.
And you know, it's really, really, really easy just to lose track of those because you know I chart the fouls, you know, individually and as a team. Sometimes I'll get the team foul and not the individual, or vice versa. So I don't know. I always know that they go with the official book.
I'm just not to that level of broadcasting yet, Leroy. That's just all there is to it. That's too much multitasking for me and my brain.
Got you.
But it is
and
okay.
the official book. And at the end of the day, you've got to go with the official book. Whatever the official book says is what it is, right, wrong, or otherwise. And I know Troy over there, who is on the official book, is very, very detailed. So if he says it's 7, I'm not arguing that. It's 7. So to the free throw line, shooting 1 and 1, Moses Gadak for Tennessee Prep. And he left it short, missed it.
So it ends up not hurting anybody there. So,
Malott into the lane again. And I think we got a foul call.
Yeah.
I think it's a foul on Denver Jones. The foul is on Justin Johnson. That is his 3rd.
And again, I mean, that's about 3 straight trips. I don't know if it's been straight trips, but that he's gotten to the rim like that. A great hesitation move there.
So Malott makes the first free throw.
I couldn't spit his name out, but man, he's really done a great job with his penetration here in these last few possessions.
And he makes both. And so Balboa has trimmed their deficit to 12. 57-45. Justin Johnson shot no good. Simon Wall with the rebound for Balboa. And here comes Malott once again. Mo Juice. No good. Denver. Looks like Simon Wall comes up with that rebound. Kicks it out to E.J. Neal. Simon Wall for 3. No good. Simon Wall with the rebound. Malott over to E.J. Neal. Long 3. No good. Much Beal with the rebound for Tennessee Prep. Justin Johnson into the front court.
That was great work by Balboa. They just didn't get the shot to fall.
They just couldn't. And Denver Jones, however, does get his to fall.
And so that's really
what a turnaround.
That's really a dagger right there. I mean, still plenty of time left, but you know, I mean, that's pretty much a 6-point swing there. And
Jones has 6 threes. Nice. Simon Wall with a big 3.
Nice answer from Wall.
Huge answer. 60-48. Tennessee Prep on top by 12. Denver Jones, pull up 3, and it's good. Nice. He is feeling it. 7 out of 12 from 3-point range. 5 of those in the second half. He has no misses from 3-point range in the second half. Shot no good.
Somebody better stop ball.
By Amayao, and Gadak with the rebound. Jones. Oh, yeah, that's heat check. He's feeling it now. Oh, my goodness. Denver Jones, 8 for 13. Do we need to discuss who the player of the game is going to have to be now?
Right.
Oh, my God. Denver Jones
Well,
shooting
Balboa's
60% from three-point line this afternoon. Simon Wall coaxes one in. At this point, however, you cannot trade 3 for 2 if you're Balboa. Down 16, 66 to 50. And Denver Jones is just feeling it. He's keeping the ball in his hands. He drives, and he gets fouled.
Well, and look what that does for you as a shooter. Yep.
And, okay, I thought it was Wall, but okay, they're going to give it to a Mayal. That is his second.
And that's what it does for you as a shooter, like I was saying, is that now they're having to stop ball and they're having to push up that pressure to close his space out, and so then that just allows, or it just makes it easier for a driving lane. And good job there by Denver, or by Jones.
Denver Jones
recognizing that.
Makes the first free throw. And it's so fascinating, when you get into the psychology of it. Now he probably feels like he can't miss anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could close his eyes and throw the thing up underhanded with his left, and it would probably go in. And he would expect it to go in. Those 2 free throws were perfect.
Yep.
Didn't even come close to touching rim. And Coach Harold Rayford
wants a stop.
Imploring his teams to get a stop, and they do not. Offensive rebound, E.J. Neal. Denver Jones pokes that ball away out of bounds. Solomon Little into the contest for Balboa, replacing Daniel Amayao. 68 to 50. Tennessee Prep by 18. And Cullen, this is more impressive because Balboa is just the kind of team you don't beat by that kind of margin. Bella Vista had to scratch and fight to hang on to a 19-point lead that ended up being, I believe, an 8-point victory last week in Napa Valley against Balboa. If Tennessee Prep wins this game by 18, I'm going to be extremely impressed. But there's plenty of time left, folks. 5:13. An 18-point lead can evaporate totally in 5:13 with the three-point line in play. Simon Wall blocked by Gadak.
Still a good take. I like the take by Wall.
It was. Meanwhile, 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Simon Wall to Andrew Malott. Mojus drives baseline. No good. Rebound. Guess who? Denver Jones. Jones, no good. Blocking foul. So with Damian Ball on the bench with foul trouble, Denver Jones is taking upon himself to take this game over.
Yeah, he's taking over.
Simon Wall, his first foul, team's 9th. And Denver Jones back to the free throw line. Shooting 2 more. Denver Jones with a season high 33.
Well, and he's rocking some Steph Curry's as well, so it may have something to do with it.
He's channeling Steph, maybe?
You got to be a shooter if you're wearing Steph's shoes.
Denver Jones with 34.
That's just the law. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
Jones with 35 points.
Wow.
And so, Damian who?
Right.
That's kind of the way it feels. Tennessee Prep is going on a huge run without Damian Ball, and Denver Jones is at the center of everything.
Well, it's just a sign of a good teammate. You got to know when to pick it up for your guys, and that's what he's done.
Chris Ward, and he got bumped, or they called it.
He knows he's got to pick up the scoring when Ball goes to the bench.
A foul on E.J. Neal, his 4th, team 10th. So now Tennessee Prep in the double bonus. And Balboa will be in the double bonus the next foul by Tennessee Prep. Chris Ward shooting 2, and he coaxes the first one in.
And Leroy, you could argue that that the Diplomats have played better
yes,
with Ball on the bench in this second half stretch.
Can absolutely be
and that's
argued.
nothing against him. It's
not at all. It's just an observation.
Game flow and how it goes sometimes. And Jones really stepped into that score role, and he just got hot.
71-50, Tennessee Prep by 21 right now. But still plenty of time left, 4:22 on the clock. Moses Gadak with the block. Moses Gadak with the second block. Deshaun Cooper with the second offensive rebound and a shot clock violation. But the horn went off, but there were 8 seconds left on the shot clock. So, don't know how that happened, but there were clearly 8 seconds left on the shot clock when the horn went off. So I will assume that the ball stays here with Balboa because there's no violation yet. Okay, so they're going to reset the shot clock. No, okay, no, they're going to play it at 7. Okay, so Balboa will retain possession, trigger from their own baseline with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. 4:12 left in the game. So I'm cool with that. And we've got a foul on Justin Johnson of Tennessee Prep. That is his 4th. And team 10th. So both teams are in the double bonus with 4:11 to play. So, Cullen, we may have an extension of the last 4 minutes of this game. Both these teams are in a double bonus.
Right.
Little makes the first. (71-51), Tennessee Prep by 20. And Little makes both to trim it to 19, 71-52. Justin Johnson over the timeline for Tennessee Prep.
ISO solo. ISO solo. ISO solo. ISO shooter.
Denver Jones over Solomon Little. Whoa, if he would have hit that, I'd have lost it. Solomon Little, I think he was trying to hit Mojuice, but he just threw a rocket over there, and Mojuice couldn't catch up to it. Tennessee Prep basketball, 3:49 remaining, leading by 19, 71-52. Justin Johnson into the front court, guarded by Mojuice. Denver Jones up top, guarded by Solomon Little. Balboa School is in a man-to-man. Jones back to Justin Johnson, shot fake. Daryl Belcher, cross court to Moses Gadak. Three-pointer on the way, looks a little long. It is. Chris Ward hustles for the offensive rebound. To Gadak.
Nice.
Beautiful beautiful look by Ward to find his teammate.
I like all the action there from Tennessee Prep on the offensive end. I like all the action that they had going. Screens, ball movement, sharing it. They were looking for the right shot. Good hustle there on the rebound for the offensive
Chris Ward really made that play. And then to have the foresight to see his teammate flash and get the pass right on him. So Gadak will go to the free throw line.
Well, Gadak does a great job of making himself available.
Yeah, yes he does. All right, so Gadak at the free throw line, shooting 2. And he missed the first one short. 71-52, 3 minutes, 17 seconds left in the contest. Neither team has scored for the last minute and 20. And Gadak breaks that streak. 72-52, Tennessee Prep, 3:16 left. Malcolm Little over the timeline. He gets doubled by Justin Johnson and Moses Gadak. Alton Dubois, no good. Mojuice, offensive rebound. He puts up the short jumper, no good. Gadak pulls it down to Justin Johnson. Euro passes to Daryl Belcher. Basket good. That's a name we haven't said much, Colin, but you look at him and he's got 15.
I was going to say, yeah, he's impressive. Good touch around the rim there, and he's
Little blocked by Moses Gadak, who has also come to life the last couple of minutes.
He's hit several shots back to Belcher. He's been a good shooter today, and he's very comfortable taking that role, taking those shots.
Yep.
Had his,
and
always
he
got
has
his hands
a body
ready.
on him.
Yeah, he's always got his hands ready. He's ready to shoot.
Justin Johnson almost steals it, and then Belcher comes away, and Malott and Damian Bob back into the game, and Malott gets it back.
Good play.
Oh, wow. Layup is good by Alton Dubois. Jesse, did you keep up with all those steals there? And Jesse Brewer admits, hey, no, I didn't keep up with all that. Foul on the play. That foul is on Malcolm Little, his third. And to the free throw line, shooting two, Daryl Belcher. Daryl Belcher misses the first. Daniel Mayall comes into the contest, replacing Malcolm Little. Now, that's another player who doesn't come out of games much as Malcolm Little. He does a little bit of everything for Balboa.
I'll tell you another player that doesn't come out a lot, and it's a preview of tonight's game, LaMelo Ball.
Oh, yeah.
Players like Ball and Rocket Watts. You know, the one thing that you know, or that I've noticed a lot, is that they
And
really,
Doc with another block.
they really don't come out of the game.
No,
and,
no.
That's something that's also refreshing, is that you don't have to beg them to play. They don't want to come off the court.
Malotz gets into the lane and lays it in. And a funny story about LaMelo, I think we were at Mustang Madness, and Coach Jackson said with about 8 minutes ago, hey, you got about 2 minutes left, man. And so, true to his word, at 6 minutes, he starts pulling guys out. LaMelo is running to the other side of the court and pushing his teammates, saying, no, you go. And he actually stayed on the court for another 3 minutes until Coach was like, points him out and says, hey,
buying time,
get over
right?
here. He was buying time because he was 1 rebound away from a triple-double.
That's right.
Moses Gadak is putting in serious work on both ends of the floor right now. Gadak has 12 rebounds and 6 blocks. 1:22 left in the game. Damian Baugh dribbles through the entire Balboa roster, literally. But then the shot is blocked by, looked like a Daniel Amayao, I believe. So Caleb Thomas comes in for Tennessee Prep. Sophomore from Memphis. Gadak, no good. Offensive rebound, up and in.
I don't know if you just saw that, but that was like the Matt Barnes to Kobe there with ball fakes at the guy defending him out of bounds, and he didn't flinch, just like Kobe didn't flinch. I don't know if you remember that play, but
I don't offhand, but hey, I'm taking your word for it. Alton Dubois quietly drains a three.
it was Solomon Little that did not flinch.
Gadak. So Tennessee Prep content just to run some clock. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Classy move here by Coach Harold Rayford. I mean, you know, they could keep pedal to the floor, but they're not trying to embarrass anybody. They put in a kid who very rarely plays in Caleb Thomas. Thomas gets called for the reach in. But that's what you do when you don't play a lot, right? You got to get your name in the stat sheet some kind of way, even if it's by foul. Caleb Thomas with his first foul. To the line, shooting two, Daniel Amayao. And Amayao misses the first. Shot clock will be off for the rest of the contest. 25.8 seconds left in the game. 76-58, Tennessee Prep cruising here. Amayao misses both, and Moses Gadak goes up and gets another rebound. Then he almost gets stripped. He dives to the floor for a 50-50 ball, but then he's tied up by Alton Dubois, and the arrow belongs to Balboa. So turnover, Balboa basketball, 20.6 seconds left. But Moses Gadak continuing to pad his stats. He's got 14 rebounds, 6 blocks, and 13 points for Tennessee Prep. If it weren't for Denver Jones going off and losing his mind, Gadak would have serious argument for being player of the game. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Tennessee Prep. Stays with Balboa. Leroy Glover to Malott, to Solomon Little, to Dubois. Dubois missed it, and nice tip by Glover, no good, and Dubois scores over Gadak. Alton Dubois with 7 points. And that will do it. Dominant performance there by Tennessee Prep. And our final score is Tennessee Prep 76 and Balboa School 60. So, Colin, I hope you don't mind if I interview my guy, Denver Jones.
No, you got it, man. You got it.
He absolutely lost his mind. 35 points tonight, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals, and a 16-point victory by Tennessee Prep. So after this game, we have a 30-minute intermission, and then session 2 will begin. Session 2 will be home games for the Graves County girls and the Graves County boys. So we will suspend our broadcasting for the next session, and then we'll come back for session number 3. All right, so congratulations on a big victory for Tennessee Prep 76-70. I'm here with the player of the game, Denver Jones, who made the decision very, very, very easy, going 8 out of 13 from the three-point line, scoring a season-high 35 points, pulling down 6 rebounds, and generally speaking, filling in the gaps for Damian Baugh. Congratulations, Denver. I know you got to feel good right about now.
Yes, sir. It feels amazing.
And Denver, did you make the conscious decision when Damian went to the bench, hey, I got to step this up?
Yes, sir. That's all I was thinking, because Damian, he's our primary ball handler. He leads us, and we behind him, we feed off of him. But I know when he's out the game, we have to step up as a team.
So as soon as Damian goes to the bench, you start rebounding. You start shooting out of your mind. What was that feeling like? Did you really get to the point where you felt like you couldn't miss anymore?
It felt like the basket was big, and I was just letting it ride.
Now, we couldn't see the bench from here, but knowing Damian the way I do, he must have been losing his mind on the bench. Did you take a look at Damian while he was waiting?
I seen him. All that was for him coming out the game.
So what a victory for you guys. This is a team that's very, very, very difficult to blow out. You guys, ran away and hid from Balboa. How does that make you feel? It looks like you're really rounding into shape for the postseason.
Yes, sir. Our goal is to repeat national championship at USA Nationals and compete and win grind session. So us getting in shape for the postseason, that's the key.
And you got to love it when your big man, Moses Gadak, goes out, gets 14 rebounds. Having him has been a big shot in the arm for you guys as well.
I'm glad he's back.
Coming off the torn MCL.
Yes, sir.
Well, Denver, congratulations once again. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, so everybody, session 2 will be up next, and that will be home games for Graves County girls and boys. So we will suspend our live coverage, but come back for session 3. That'll be in about 4 hours. Our next game will be, I'll tell you in just a second here, Spire Academy versus Bella Vista. You don't want to miss that, folks. So get back about 7 p.m., Spire Academy versus Bella Vista, right here from the grind session. This is the Jackson Purchase Jam. Hope you're enjoying day number 1.